Howdy, my friends. How you doing? It's me, Lasty here. Welcome today to a brand new episode of The Road to Glory here on FC26 Ultimate Team, episode 68. Today, once again, powered by my awesome sponsor over at Elgato. Now, Black Friday is upon us, my friends, later on this week, but Elgato have already got you covered with some early deals going live. So, if you take a look in the description, there'll always be a link to my Elgato page. Click on that. It will take you to elgato.com. You can already shop for some Black Friday deals if you just choose your region and see what's available. And of course, those deals will run through the next few days into Black Friday and just beyond. So please make sure you check that out. And of course, enjoy yourself a good deal. Code LA5TY at checkout for any items that aren't on special that you may be wanting to pick up if you'd like to save yourself some as well. So as we crack on with the episode, today I was very aware that I needed to complete 10 games of Foot Champs, so that was on the to-do list, as was some more Evo stuff. I got this done, so like the first sort of third or half of the video is going to be me working on some stuff, and then I will take on those final 10 games of Champs and get the rewards and stuff, so we'll get there, don't you worry. But as you can see, turning Cedric Kipre into an 84 rated beast, just like we did with Jacob Greaves. After I completed that Evo, I am going to have 3 very, very, very good and usable Ipswich Town centre-backs. That is delightful news. Now I think it was an 85 to an 87, we get ourselves Ruben Dish. So let's take a little walk out there, a little 86, in the middle of the 2 ratings, of course. Wolf that. Welcome to the club. And we can also... Oh, I was wondering what we got there. 7 times 80 for completing the... whatever that particular objective was. Sorry, Kipre goes up to the 84. Has now got 80 pace, 86 defending, and a whopping 89 physical. He's a beast. Genuinely do have 3 very, very good Ipswich Town players that we can use at the centre-back spot now. Those 2... The Dara O'Shea and the Cedric, the Jacob Greaves and the Cedric Kipre have been evoed to both be 84s with quite similar stats. And then we have the Dara O'Shea, which went into the 100k Evo, and he's obviously the better one out of the 3. So we will, of course, complete an 84 times 2, because whenever they're there, we're there, and we're always going to be there to go ahead and complete it. Oh! We get a fella there with some very pink hair, and then that looks to be an inform to me in the 84 double, of which it is going to be Konsa. So yeah, we'll get a new Team of the Week in a day or so, but yeah, in this week's Team of the Week we have Konsa from Villa, and we get Engen as well. So what's next? Premier League and La Liga. Oh, we're going to complete the Premium League SBC, open the packs, and then I think we're going to go ahead and complete the regular Mixed League SBC, see what we can make happen. It just so happens that I completed these quite recently, and then I had the items to go ahead and do it again, which is delightful. It doesn't happen to me. Normally you have to wait a few days of your normal daily packs in order to get the league SBCs done again, but they were ready and rare. And I must have packed quite a few Libertadores Sudamericana cards, more than I'd noticed over the last day, in order to be able to complete this stuff again. I think I went out and bought maybe 1 or 2 players from that league in order to just complete the SBC, but yeah, that's fine, isn't it? I don't mind spending the odd 1,000 coins here or there to complete something. This, however, I think was a little bit overpriced, or I put stuff in that was a little bit too high rated or something, because it was only a premium Electrum. So I put more golds in than I got back there. That was silly of me. We didn't benefit from it really by getting anything that was worthwhile. But as you can see here, yes, we can go ahead and complete the regular Mixed League SBC as well before we go ahead and crack on with Foot Champs. So how did you guys actually get on in Foot Champs this weekend? I'm curious. We also will have a new gauntlet. I'm filming this at just before 6 PM on Monday night. So I don't know exactly the rewards and everything for the gauntlet yet, but I know that it is coming out at 6 p.m. on Monday night. So you guys will know all about it by the time you're watching this video. And by the time you're watching this video, I shall be probably just about in the car driving up towards destination Hull City for a Tuesday night game under the lights at the, what is it called, like the MKM Stadium? Something like that. Yeah, been there before, once before, and we had a 3-3 draw. So I'm hoping this time we still score 3 goals, but maybe not concede as many. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? 10 games of champs then. Let's get stuck into it, shall we? First game of the day, come up against super meta squad, Mbappe in the team, 4-4-2, which is one of the 3 formations that are super popular right now. And this one was going to be a doozy for the first game of the day, let me tell you that. I think, excuse me, I was obviously rusty for it being the first game of the day, and I normally say to myself, like, I don't really mind what the outcome of the first game is, because we're just kind of warming up to the game and stuff. And I was 3-1 down, and I remember I was talking on Discord to one of my mates, and I was like, yep, 17 minutes on the clock, I've conceded 3 goals, this is not good, but we will just use it as a warm-up and go from there. And all of a sudden I was back to 3-3. But every time I scored, my opponent pretty much ran down the other end and scored again. It was a high-scoring affair, this particular match, especially the first half. As you can see there, we go into the half-time break, 5-4 down. But into the second half we go. Took until the 73rd for anyone to get another goal, and that was me to equalise. But literally a minute later, Mbappe had already stuck it in the back of the net and brought the game back to my opponent. However, Griezmann gets a goal, and it is all squared up at 6-6 until the 89th minute. One of the last kicks of the game. Rodrigo's through and he scores. Come on the right side of a 13-goal thriller. What a way to start the day. Cheeky 7-6 victory. Fine, we move on, and we try and compose ourselves for the next game. Hopefully there won't be quite as many goals, or maybe for me, I guess. That would be nice. We go through quite early on, get a goal in the 4th minute, Griezmann. It feels so good to have Griezmann and Rodrigo up front, both having finesse shot plus and high shooting stats. They're just actually class, and I actually really am enjoying both of them. Rodrigo especially is just different. I love the card, man. It is really good, and I think it's because a special card of Rodrigo is normally out of my price range, because, you know, he's a perfect link to Vinny, and if there is a special version of him, a lot of people pay quite a few coins for him, and it's just nice to have the level 40 version, knowing that we paid for the season pass. And yeah, he's quality, he really is. This game though, this was more one-sided than the last one. I was having a whale of a time. You don't often get games where you only concede a couple, but you score absolutely tons of goals. This was a fun one. Not quite sure why my opponent stayed in, but maybe he was doing an evo or something. I can't really remember his team. But he scored a goal right at the end, and I would just say that I would hate to be that guy. I would hate to be that guy. Brings me up to 5 wins though. And then 5-2 becomes 5-3 pretty quick. Excuse me, I just had my dinner, so I'm like still trying to clear my throat and everything. 4-4-1-1, all special card team. Granted, some of those are card designs that my opponent has applied. I rate it highly. I think this one might be another high-scoring game. I don't know if it's the same for you lot, but has this game kind of gone back to being like super high-scoring, like it was the first couple of weeks of the game? I know we're not in the same spot where we were with like the manual defending and stuff, but I feel like at the moment there are so many chances to score goals, and I'm leaking goals as well, which is always going to happen, but it does seem quite nice that I can, you know, score quite a lot of goals and keep in games sometimes. Pretty sure my opponent's gamer tag here was something to do with the toilet. So that's a weird choice for a gamer tag, but you know what? Fair enough. If it makes you laugh, or if you like it, then go for it. As long as it's not offending anyone, then you're all good. Toilet issue. I apologise, mate. I feel sorry if you're having toilet issue. I'm sorry, but yeah, at 5-3, they did decide to leave the game. And I can get up to 6 wins, so 6-3 on the board. 6-3 though becomes 6-4 pretty quickly. So we are positive after the first 10 games, and with 5 games remaining, we'll see how we get on. It was starting to feel a little bit sweaty, not gonna lie. This guy had a nice squad, level 40 player, of course. Claudia Pina in the team as well. You lot have got to be bored. If you're using Pina still at this point, you got to be bored with her, right? You got to be bored with using that same card over and over. Am I right? Like, is it just a case of, and this is not me, like, yeah, throwing shots at everyone, but like, do you not get bored with using that same card over and over again? Or is it a little bit like me using Bon Mati constantly? You've got one of the best cards of the game, so you're just using it. And if so, fair enough, whatever. Maybe it's just really boring to come up against her so often, because she is so good. 4-5-1 this time we're going to match up against, and it's Openda that we match up against as the striker. See what we can do against this fella, though. Griezmann is able to score a little weak foot, 3-star weak foot finesse shot from way outside the box. And then Bon Mati is able to just keep pace ahead of DeMarco to make it 2-0. 2-0, though, unfortunately. I made that tackle, and it went straight to my opponent, and then my defender was out of the way. That was such a goal gifted to him by myself. But Aitana Bon Mati just literally had the I've forgotten the saying, but like was just toying with DeMarco basically. She had the, is it like she had the runaround of him? What's that saying? I don't know. I forget. My brain does not work when I make video. But anyway, we're 5-1 up here, so at least my brain was working when I was playing the game. And 5-1 equals a rage quit, and we're up to how many wins? 7 wins, is it? We're up to 7 wins. I think we're up to 8 wins. Hello. And then, oh yeah, unfortunately, 8-5 became 8-7. And the last game I lost, I was 3-0 up. I was 3-0 up and I lost 4-3 right at the end. My opponent brought on Pina and Hansen and someone else, and they're just like annihilated me with a 4-5-1, even though I was 3-0 up at one point. So we do get a positive record, but not quite as good as last week, but much better than we got a couple of weeks ago. So it's about the same sort of reward levels as we have been getting. So we don't get the guaranteed promo player from FC Pro Live, but these are my FC Pro Live Foot Champs Weekend League rewards. From the Team of the Week pack, 84 plus, I believe it was, we get ourselves an 85. Thank you very much. From London City Lionesses, who actually played Ipswich Town women at the weekend in the Cup. They beat us 2-0, but they are a WSL side, and we're a WSL 2 side. From my next pack, we are going to get a tradable walkout here, and that is, of course, going to be Trent Alexander-Arnold. We are very much used to packing the English right back. He is quite common as an 86 rated walkout, I tell you. Him and Onabatia, they are always popping up. And Konate lately. He's been popping up a lot as well for an 86. So we get him. We can list him up, take the 5, 6, 7,000 coins, whatever it is for him. And then a 10 times 82 does get me a walkout. Hello. What's it going to be? Centre mid. Argentina. McAllister. Single walkout. As the flag is flapping all over the place there. Would have just been nice to see a double and then maybe have a little FC Pro Live item behind it. No, not the case, but a tradable McAllister can definitely be sold as well. We'll take the 10,000 coins or whatever that sells for, and start building on that coin balance again. And then the 2 times 85 gets me a walkout again. Come on, be someone good. Goalie. German, Ter Stegen. Single walkout. It's an 85 double. You'd hope for 2 walkouts, but nonetheless, we'll take the 86 rated Ter Stegen. In my head, he was higher rated. He was last year, but I guess, yeah. Was he injured a lot in the last year? Something like that. And Upa Meccano, we won't sell him, but we'll sell the 86. And that brings us to a close of today's episode. We've finished our weekend league. We've done a bunch of Ipswich Town Evos right as my voice is getting croaky and about to go. I think we better end. So, yeah, if you have enjoyed today, do me a little favour. Hit me with a thumbs up. Subscribe as well if you're new. And all my social links are down below. This team, by the way, class. Loved it. Really, really, really did enjoy it. There's no one there that I'm thinking is a super weak link. They all performed great. So it's just down to me not getting more wins than 8. But, you know, that's always going to happen. I don't really mind that at this point. Maybe Garnacho out of the 4 in the attack was the weak link, but he's still fun to use. So anyway, we've come to the end. Hope you've enjoyed. Take it easy, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be back again for the next episode. I'll see you then. Peace.